Hey, football fans, it's Brian Sweeney, voice of the Women's Football Alliance National Championship Games. And we've got an exciting program for you today as we look ahead to week 2 of the Women's Football Alliance Game of the Week on the road to Canton 2021. Last weekend, 11 shutouts out of 19 games, but that's history. We're going to look forward and see what's going to happen this week. With me, as always, is my co-host from the Football Game Plan, Mr. Emory Hunt. Emory, any thoughts right away before we jump into this?
Now, I'm always excited to talk women's football, Brian, and it's going to be a great week of action out there on a gridiron. And these women do a great job playing front end to back end, and just excited to see this thing kick off and go all the way to Canton, Ohio.
Yeah, Canton, Ohio is going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to be there myself. It's something that's definitely beyond my bucket list. And these women that are going to be playing this weekend, they too are going to be working hard to get to Canton, Ohio. I recently had an opportunity to sit down with one of the head coaches of this weekend's games, Brandon Lacy from the Arlington Impact. Here's a little interview of that. I'm joined now with Coach Lacy of the Arlington Impact, who just recently came off of a great 34-0 victory over the Dallas Elite Mustangs this past weekend. Coach Lacy, any thoughts on that large victory that you just had?
Yeah, well, we worked hard in the off season. Our girls put the work in the gym. Countless hours of individuals and making these girls work at their position. And, to be totally honest, we kind of expected to do very well. So everything went as planned.
Well, good. You're going to be playing another team this Saturday in the For the Fans weekly Road to Canton matchup. You're going to be playing the Houston Energy, who also scored over 30 points this past weekend. They were 32-12 over the Gulf Coast Monarchy. So we got two 1-0 teams that are going to be meeting up this Saturday on For the Fans Network. One of you is going to go to 2-0. One of you is going to drop to 1-1. What do you think you can bring to the table to guarantee that the Arlington Impact move to 2-0?
I believe that, we're going to bring the energy. I understand that they claim to be Houston Energy, but we're definitely going to bring the energy. As I said previously, our girls put in the work. I don't believe anyone works as hard as Arlington Impact women. So with that being said, we're going to come to Houston and we're going to bring, the energy. We're going to bring the power. We're going to bring the quickness that we need to bring to overcome Houston Energy.
Well, that's the game plan. That's what you got to do. You got to be prepared. You got to do your homework, and you're going to go in there and do the best you can. I appreciate you spending some time with me. Good luck this Saturday on the For the Fans Network. Everybody can find where to find the game in their area by going to ftflive.com. Or FTFHQ on Twitter as well. So appreciate you spending the time with me today, Coach, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it.
So one thing that I, forgot to mention during the interview is in 2019, these two teams faced each other twice. And the first game, the Houston Energy had quite the victory. By 20 points, they won 34-14 over Arlington. Second game later on in the same season, Arlington won 26-24 in a real nail biter. So who's going to come out on top this weekend, Emory? What do you think? What do these teams need to do to be successful?
Well, when you look at Houston, one thing that stands out to you on film is how athletic they are on the back end. They're able to match up across the board. I'm talking about corners playing off, corners being able to play up, safeties are able to, slide down in the alley and match up against those slot receivers. Their defensive line is something that's impressive as well. They're able to get off the ball, do a great job versus the run, and they pressure the quarterback. Now, conversely, when you look at the Arlington Impact, their offensive line does a great job of vacating space for their run game. They run out the pistol, so it's kind of tough to really key to which side they're going to go because they're right there almost like in an I formation. So their offensive line does a great job, but I worry about their defense and their inability to stop the run. That's going to be the biggest key. Can they stop the run? Can they get pressure? Because Houston throws a lot of formations at you. They're able to run. They want to get outside on the perimeter. So I think the defense for Arlington will be what to watch for in this game. If they can come out and play well, they do have the offense to be able to put points up on the board and close out a game. So I'm more interested in the matchup between Houston's athleticism versus the Arlington Impact defense. If their defense can play, that's going to be key.
You know, and both these teams managed to put up over 30 points last weekend. Arlington 34 points, Houston 32 points. So it's really, I agree with you. It's going to come down to, can Arlington's defense stop Houston's offense, who, from what I've seen, they prefer to run the ball. A lot of these teams, that's really what they do in women's football, is they run the ball. There's not a lot of downfield threats from quarterbacks. Maybe we'll see some of that a little bit later on in the season when we see a couple of the other game of the week highlights. But it's going to be interesting, like you said. It's really going to come down to Arlington's defense. I mean, is there anything from the offensive side of the ball on Arlington that you think that maybe Houston has to be worried about?
The run game. If they can stop the run, it gives them a chance. I talked about earlier how they're able to match up in the secondary. So I think that's going to be neutralizing their passing game, or it neutralizes the passing game. So it's going to come down to whether or not that offensive front of Arlington can get some push and really help the run game kind of set up things for their passing game. Because if they're able to run the football like we've seen them run before, it's going to force Houston to designate an extra guy to the box, down in the alley, try to stop the run. And that opens up one-on-one opportunities on the outside. So their offense, it's the run game, it's their offensive line getting pushed, and that'll be the biggest key.
I agree with you. We're definitely going to have to see that happen this Saturday. These games are going to be telecast nationally for the Fan Network. You can see the little scroll there on the bottom of your screen telling you where to find the channels. Any final thoughts on this that you have, Emory?
I just want to see a good, clean game. Both teams come out, play well, and have it go down to the wire, because that makes the game fun, and it makes it fun for the fans to keep it engaged from start to finish. So I just want to see a close, competitive game with some good action.
Couldn't agree more. Next week, you and I will be back again to discuss that game of the week. And in the meantime, we encourage everybody to follow FTF HQ on Twitter, Instagram. Look for them on Facebook as well. And obviously, the Women's Football Alliance on the social media channels as well. It gives them all the information that they need to follow the season throughout on the road to Canton.